Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome back to Hearts of Iron IV. I said I'm back, and yes I am. I hope I manage to keep the videos coming quickly, but I am still gaining momentum. So after my previous Poland video, I was thinking something cozy. And of the European capitals I've visited, the coziest was Prague. Thus, we're doing Czechoslovakia today. Regular difficulty, Iron mode, historical focuses. Let's go. Also, let me know in the comments if you prefer that I play historical, like usual, or switch it up. Now, Czechoslovakia, I played Democratic Czechoslovakia. I think I played Communist Czechoslovakia. I don't think I played Fascist Czechoslovakia, so we should probably check that out. I wonder if we can combine going fascist with an entente of our own, perhaps after joining the Axis. That is something to consider. But we need to start with the focus empower the National Fascist League to unlock this advisor. We will need him. So first we evaluate the political climate. Our forces, 26 units, pretty good. Manpower in the field, could be better. Tanks, not really. I should probably make a video about using low-tech armies. Let's do 2 factories on support equipment and the rest on infantry equipment. Create a spy agency, get some infrastructure and civs going. As for research, basic industrial stuff. We don't have that much time before Sudetenland, but we should be able to befriend the Germans in that time. Alright, let's go. Do I have artillery tech? I do, so we should do some artillery as well. At least 1 factory on those. Skoda Works investment. I'll do artillery. What is our template, by the way? Just pure infantry, great for defense, mountaineers also, cavalry with recon, and tanks with cavalry. Cryptology department, please. Spy available. Let's take the double agent. Now, I plan to ally myself with the Germans, so let's spy on Hungary. Perhaps I could attack Austria before the Germans can take it. That doesn't seem possible. I don't think I'll get enough fascist support in time. Would be nice, though. Let's risk it. I'll spy on Austria for now, and keep upgrading the agency until we have 2 spies. 2 spies come when you have 5 upgrades. Also, I'll decrypt Poland, because we get a wargle on them. We've evaluated the political climate, now empower the National Fascist League. This is going to give us some fascism and some political power. Do we have a silent workhorse? We do not. We do have some political power to spend. We could do free trade, although the change from export focus is not that big. We could do partial mobilization, we could do limited conscription, we will need all those things, or I could do improved worker conditions. And I think that's the choice here, because it will give us quite a bit of stability, and stability, as you know, improves everything. So let's take this one, and we'll get points for the advisor from this focus, and from just natural accumulation. Keep boosting the agency. Why am I spying on Poland? See, in this focus tree, we will get war goals. Where is that? Here. We will get a war goal on Hungary, and on Poland, I think. I don't know what this event does exactly, but I think it proposes that we split Poland with Germany. I'm not sure. I will need more troops in the field, though. Let's deploy some of those basic cavalry units. Later, when we get the manpower, we can start deploying those. Reinforcements and upgrades will be less important. Operations and garrisons, more important. Also, mechanical computing, because it boosts all research. Let's do army department, and we can now hire the advisor. We need the fascist demagogue. There we go. Sadly, we will not be able to progress in the focus tree until we get enough fascist support. We could get a bit by banning communism, but it would not be much. We can get extra fascism from German appeasement, though. Maybe that is something to consider. Of course, I'm not going to deliver them Sudetenland, but perhaps it is worth it, if it could, for example, let us get Austria. Let's do strategic decisions. Also, field marshals. Yeah, he's pretty good. We'll just use this guy. Concentrated industry 1 and limited conscription. Right, what next? I suppose invisible ink. Actually, let's cancel these guys for now, and make sure the troops we already do have in the field get full reinforcement. So we'll switch that cavalry to infantry. And exercise them up, should we do that? Oh, we have the divided nation modifier, so by going to limited conscription, we have effectively doubled our manpower. Let's do support weapons 1. And if we are attacking other people, do I really need the entente of our own? Feels redundant. We will be joining the Axis anyway. I think I will do German appeasement just for the 10% fascism, although probably not yet, because we need 35. The more we have, the slower it goes. So we should ideally complete this focus when we're at 25, which means I should do another one in the meantime. Let's do the Great Industrial Legacy. And I do have some political power. I'm thinking an army advisor, so we can start getting army experience. Now, either attack or this guy, because he's a genius and gives more army experience. It also costs more political power. And again, we seem to have a decent amount of political power and not that many options to pick from. Now, let's get the genius. I don't usually get a morale guy. Let's mix it up and get him. And here goes agent number 2. I will be fighting Hungary eventually, and probably Poland, so let's send you here. I'm still considering if we should really go with the valuable German partner, because that was my initial plan, because we joined the Axis then, and there's no Sudetenland. But we could just go fascist and not join the Axis. Just let them attack us. That is something to consider. I don't think we'll manage to attack Austria, though. But let's prepare that army to do it anyway. Go on, prepare. Austria's pretty weak, and I should be able to boost my troops a little. If I add support artillery, for example, well, we need to produce more. And maybe recon? We do have the support equipment. We don't have the artillery. Let's make some more artillery, like this. Next focus, I will do German appeasement, just to get the fascist support faster. And let's take the infantry division template, duplicate it, call it inf, and add recon and support artillery. Support artillery, see, it'll go from 54 to 71 soft attack. That's pretty strong. Save that and switch all the infantry template guys here into this one. We are missing some artillery, but I'm working on it. And exercise. I'm gonna need more manpower. We'll be able to get that once we switch ideologies. Oh, see, we're almost at 25 fascist support. When this finishes, it's gonna give us extra 10, which should bring us over the edge into being able to do the fascist switch. Let's save political power for now. Construction complete. Some infrastructure, some civs. I like my civs. German appeasement complete, and we could give them Sudetenland, which is a stupid idea, or we can do Czech fascism. Let's do that one. Once this focus finishes, we're gonna switch, and we should be able to justify a war goal on Austria. Hopefully get them before the Germans. Competing machine, please. Concentrated industry, and machine tools. Planes attached to the main army. The only downside of this switch is that we'll lose Kevin Spacey and his very nice political power gain bonus. However, maybe we'll get someone better. I don't know who the fascist leader for Czechoslovakia is. Ooh, doctrines. No, that's just special forces. Czech fascism complete. Do we switch? Wait, we didn't switch? Hell? Wait, do I need to do the civil war? I thought this switched me. Let's wait a few days. Maybe I'll get an event or something? No, that's so disappointing. Oh well, I guess we'll have to do a coup or something. That is a bummer. Right, this really throws me for a loop because I was sure this switched us. Well, in that case, I will invest in my industry a little. Let's go down to united population, balanced industry investments. And since it looks like we will have to manually switch governments, I'm going to open up political discourse, and we can't do the referendum until we have 50%. And this decreases democracy by 10. Let's check our numbers. It's not yet time to discredit the government. Suppose we could ban communism, though. It is pretty expensive, but it will be helpful forever. Let's wait a little longer. Then we'll ban communism and discredit the government after. And then hold the referendum, so we'll need a lot of political power for that. Construction 2. Okay, what numbers are we on? 40, 46, 12. Let's ban communism. Yeah, it's just for stability. Let's do that. That brought us to 43 fascism, some non-aligned too. And now let's discredit the government. Oh, only 48. Most got into non-aligned support, unfortunately. Well, we're close anyway. Joint Czech-Slovak Planning Commission. Do I need to decrypt Austria? No, takes too long. Unless we did machine-assisted encryption. Sure, let's do that. Decryption, not encryption. Hindenburg incident. Victoria, technically possible. Radio. And we're ready for the national referendum. It's a bit late, but there we go. We're now fascist. And who's our leader? Jarosław Kretek. Now, if I were to justify on Austria, how long would that take? 240 days. Sadly, I do not remember when Anschluss happens. So, let's risk it. It's just 48 political power. Worst case scenario, we will not get it. Best case scenario, we get it. Germany, do you want me to join your faction? Oh, you do? So, what, do I not need the, what's the word? The focus? Or will they just kick me when they want to that land? You know what, who cares? Let's just get it. We join the Axis. Oh, Hungary has captured my spy. Let's rescue him, and I could become spy master of the Axis. I don't really want to do that, but I could. And we can do wars of aggression, which won't really help us much because we already started justifying the war goal. I mean, they would help us with division organization. Let's do local specialization. Hungarian situation. This could let me invade Hungary quickly. But we will do war of aggression. Now, since we are in the Axis, we can see Adolf's focus. So we will know when he's doing Anschluss, and he still does not have enough troops to do it, which is good for me. Right, decryption research complete. Do we want more here? I suppose a few. They're not a priority right now. No, let's continue. Air Force. Alright, we got our spy back. He's injured, but that's fine. You go back to Austria. Political power could be better. Oh well. Let's do the pills. They're doing Goebbels. Wars of aggression complete. I think we'll do the Hungarian situation, although I want to attack Austria first. Why do I want to get Austria first? Well, first of all, I need to do it as quickly as possible to hopefully do it before Anschluss. That's number one. Number two is they share a border with Germany, and Germany is in a faction with me, which means Austria will have to move troops here, and it will make it easier to conquer them. That's about it. War economy. We can do that now. And it immediately frees some factories. Let's utilize that immediately. Improved infantry equipment. 1. Hold until the attack. 104 days. And Adolf is still not doing Anschluss, which is good. Can you? You cannot. Could invest in a land doctrine. I've been doing Grand Battle Plan lately. It is very good, but I'm considering mixing it up with superior firepower. And I think I should. Let's do that. Just for variety's sake. Now, if Hungary gets a guarantee, that would be problematic. I don't think they will. I could attack Hungary now, but I will have my war goal on Austria soon. And it's not worth risking losing Austria. Because ultimately, I do want the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which I will need Yugoslavia and Romania too. But we can get those later. The Polish question can wait. Local specialization. More infantry boosts. What's Adolf doing? Reorganizing the Wehrmacht. Took a bit of a break. Actually, it's the next day. Anyways, we are justifying on Austria, and looks like we will have the time to actually use it. But I slept on it, and I do have some different plans now. I am going to try and conquer Austria, Hungary, and Poland. Let's get one of our spies to Poland. Once we do the Polish question, we will get a war goal. I actually checked the event, and it gets a war goal to me and to the Germans. So let's finish this, and then do the Polish question. 22 more divisions. I should also declare war on Austria and Hungary simultaneously, just to avoid any possible guarantees. Although Hungary shouldn't get guaranteed by anyone, even if I annex Austria. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, should we try a coalition government against Poland? I don't think we would manage to do it in time. Then again, yeah, let's move you to Poland. If I can fire off one coalition government, that would be pretty good. Although I probably won't manage to do it in time. Should have started with that much earlier. So we organize this a bit. We'll use a normal army orders. This guy takes Austria. This guy handles Hungary by just holding the line. I will send him the extra troops for training. Hungary, Romanian support. Let's lodge a protest. Hungary shall be annexed in a moment. I am out of manpower, but we will switch the laws soon. Also, deploy all that cavalry, go to the border, and switch to infantry. Now, remember this decision to restore Austria-Hungary. We will also need to attack Yugoslavia and Romania, but that can wait. I need to get Austria before Germany does, and I need to get Hungary. Well, I don't actually need to hurry up with Hungary, but why delay it if we can just get them together with Austria? No, we're not decrypting anybody. Hungary will take too long. Let's decrypt Yugoslavia. And do interrogation techniques. As our Polish network could be better. I don't think we can manage a collab government there. Local specialization. Yeah, let's do the Polish question. Will I be ready to take them out in 70 days? This is 6 more days to attack. Hey, not actually might. Or we could do united population for more manpower, and then the Polish question. Let's do united population first. 70 days is not enough. Competing machine complete. Another one, please. Right, we got our war goal on Austria. I am going to declare war on Austria and Hungary simultaneously. Let's just make sure the planes are assigned where they're supposed to be. Well, let's attack 2 attacks at the same time. Why? Because there is a very small chance that if I attack one of them, the other will get guarantees. Probably not, but I am in the axis, which makes it more likely. Manual orders on Austria. Take Vienna, walk over here, try and get as many victory points as you can as quickly as possible, and also activate the cipher right away. Hungary will attack us back, but we should hold them easily. Now, I could attack on all fronts, but it feels like it would be a waste. I think we'll be better off if we kill Austria first, and then turn all our troops to Hungary. On the other hand, we do seem to be superior even with those weak troops. So I will actually activate it, but on cautious. Alright, get me Austria and possibly Hungary. As you can see, Austria is way too weak to do anything about our attack, and we already got Vienna and Graz, and we're about to get Klagenfurt. Take the victory points. I think I'll need these 2 Nivelles, and that should be enough. If not, then we'll have to go to Salzburg. Let's do passive defense. Unfortunately, this is not enough to make Austria capitulate just yet. I will need Salzburg, sadly. This should suffice, and then we can move on. This one unit will move here, 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 and take the victory points. Of course, we're not letting the Germans come in, and I do have some political power to use. I will go to extensive conscription. I do need that manpower. It'll take a moment to get Salzburg, but we're almost there. Oh, and the Hungarians did not defend the south. This is Austria. Will take everything. Now all of you can move to Hungary. I will cancel the current orders, switch you all to aggressive, and use a field marshal level order. You can go through here to Budapest. I should handle the garrisons. For this, let's go to our templates, create a new one with just 1 cavalry division. We will call it Cav, and there it is. Now, we don't actually need to invest in compliance too much, because we will get cores on most of these. I usually go with civilian oversight just so the compliance grows faster. But we'll go with local police force because it has lowered garrison damage. Okay, let's finish off Hungary, get some manpower, and then turn against Poland. Unless they get a guarantee. If they get a guarantee, then no, of course. Done. Let's do better guns, and we're almost there. Taking Budapest should be enough. And there it is. Kingdom of Hungary has capitulated. We annex everything in preparation to core it. We have grown. We're actually the size of Poland, which is our next target, coincidentally. Not sure if this is the right choice here, but if we can make it happen, it should increase our gains from Poland. Just from our territory, not from German territory. Attack with extreme aggression. First, exercise. I do have a large stockpile of artillery and guns. We definitely deploy more troops if we get the manpower. Rather when we get the manpower. Then again, it might take us a while. And 2 armies might actually be sufficient to conquer Poland, because they will have to keep a lot of their troops on the German border, as Germany gets a war goal too. So I think what I will do is boost the troops we have by adding line artillery. Should be able to afford that. Yeah. More or less. Let's do that. I would also like to add engineers, but I forgot to research the justification. Oh, that's Sudetenland. Don't worry about that. We're in the Axis. Technically, the event will kick us out of the Axis, but they usually don't attack. Radio. Now, we will get a war goal on Poland in a month and a bit, but we do have to watch out for a guarantee, which doesn't seem to be happening, so that's great. We basically want to do shock and awe tactics against Poland, while they should be preoccupied with the German troops will come from this side, and see, they even have gaps in their lines. This should be easy. Some supply troubles, but not a big deal, really. Okay, stop the exercise, regain your organization, prepare to strike. Should get a doctrine, even if it's not optimal without an advisor. Could be better, but I don't want to delay this too much. And we need to attack immediately when we get a war goal, because the Germans will also get a war goal, and we don't want them taking our prize. How's the operation? 69 days. It should finish before Poland capitulates. If it doesn't, oh well. Polish situation. We get a conquer war goal immediately. No guarantees, no guarantees. We declare war immediately. Do not call in the Germans. And then we do Czech Technical University, or as I like to call it, Czech-Tech. That is an excellent name for a university. Czech-Tech. Rush victory points. Germany is going to try and take their stuff. We have to be faster and take the stuff before Germany can do that. Go! I do love it when I have more troops than the enemy, and I can just walk between them. Or to be more precise, I do love it when the enemy has more provinces than troops. Go, 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 go before the Germans attack. Quick, before the hyenas come. Germany demands Sudetenland. Actually, I'm going to delay this a little bit. 13 days left. You're still allied to me, and you do have a war goal. Obviously, I'm not going to give them Sudetenland. Can I capitulate Poland before accepting this? Poland, how far from capitulation? Very far. We didn't get Warsaw yet, but we will. You can also get Łódź and Katowice. We still have 10 days until Sudetenland ends. I could accept this, join war's request. Then, it would be impossible for them to attack me, even if they wanted to. But I'm pretty sure that it doesn't work properly. Like, they will kick me out of the faction, but will not get the war goal on me. Let's wait a few more days. New president in Uruguay, and Germany attacked Poland, actually. Well, if all goes well, I will have the majority war score here. This is the perfect moment to reject Sudetenland. Why? Because the Germans have troops in my territory, and they are using them to gain war score. But if I am kicked out of the Axis, which I will be in a moment, once I click this, all these guys will be exiled. So, more war score for me. So, they can have their war if they dare. This kicks me out of the faction, but as you can see, they did not get the war goal, and I can rejoin. Let's not rejoin just yet. And you guys, you go to Białystok, you go to Brześć-Litewski and Pinsk, and you head all the way up to Wilno, and then Gdańsk and Gdynia. Can I get Warsaw? I might be able to, yes. Attack from the other side. Over a river, but they don't have a lot of defenses. Germany's getting involved, and they're inviting me into the Axis. Excellent. And I can just click this at the appropriate moment. And they're capitulating. Looks like I have the majority war score, but my club government, 51 days out. Alright, that was a waste of resources, apparently. Okay, I'm going to rejoin the Axis right now, before Poland capitulates. And I'm considering actually making Poland a subject, because then Germany might feed them some territory. And then Poland can also use their focus tree, which might not be excellent, but it is good enough. The industrial branch still has quite a lot to offer. This is 4 factories, 5, 8, 13 factories. That's pretty good for a puppet. Then again, I'm not sure how that would work with Moldov-Ribbentrop. I think that territory might just get stolen by the Soviet Union. But if I do get Poland and Moldov-Ribbentrop happens, then I could just exit the Axis. Right, let's see the peace deal. There it goes. I have 67%. I still feel like puppeting Poland might be to my advantage. Now, of course, I could satellite other countries, and each additional puppet is an additional focus tree with additional factories. Do we want to be Austria-Hungary the puppet master? Perhaps we should. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it a good idea to become a puppet master of lots and lots of little puppets that will slow the game down significantly? Satellite Silesia, satellite Belarus, satellite Ukraine, satellite Kashubia, and also puppet Poland. I am asking for a lot. I want to take Katowice. I'm going to oppose that. Gdynia is acceptable. I could fight them on everything. Let's try and fight them on everything. I do have the score for it for now. I don't think I can get everything, but I will try to get everything. Let's see how far we can go. I actually did get everything. That's surprising, cool, and looks terrible. In that case, we can stock up some... I don't need resource rights. We could add some war reparations. I'll add them on the smaller ones first, because they will have the generic focus tree, which means they should get in those small bits of territory, they should get lots of factories. And on Poland itself, this gives me civs. So let's check stuff with the most civs. And that is it. I don't want resource rights, and there's no navy left. Okay, excellent. This is actually going to give me a big boost. Some from being a puppet and some from those industry rights. Of course, the problem is Molotov-Ribbentrop might force me to give up all this territory here. However, I can just leave faction when they are about to finish Molotov-Ribbentrop. And it is still too early for Molotov-Ribbentrop. So, we have secured quite a lot of factories for ourselves. Is this updated yet? Probably not. Bohemian Empire joined Axis again, yeah, we know, and Yugoslavia has been decrypted. Now, does Poland retain its army? Well, that's a lot of manpower. Yeah, I definitely can use this. I should be using Polish manpower for my troops. At least for the new ones I'm going to deploy soon. They are my Reichskommissariats, which is actually a pretty powerful type of puppet. We get 25% of their civilian industry and 65% of their military industry. Although, actually it's closer to 100% of civilian industry, because we have forced them to give it to us. Now, I still need to conquer Yugoslavia and Romania. That's not too easy. Romania is guaranteed by France, and they're guaranteeing us, which is actually pretty bad. I don't want them to guarantee me, because if I attack Yugoslavia and they're guaranteed by Romania, then Romania will not join the war, since they guarantee us both. What I need to do now is actually wait for all these guarantees to fall apart, and only then can I do something about it. Now, you guys return home, and I will deploy more troops. We're still mobilizing manpower, so that's not a problem, and I will go to a full army group, I think, but we will be using Polish manpower for 3 of these armies. Let's go up to 72 units. Also, I'm going to maximize civilian industry in my core territory. I like civilian industry. I like having a lot of it. Might be a mistake, I just don't like it. Spies. You are no longer needed in Poland. I could build up networks in Yugoslavia and Romania to make the conquest easier, or I can send them to the Soviet Union and start trying for coalition governments, because we will eventually have to fight the Soviets. So let's do just that. We cheated the Germans out of all of this territory. Good thing about making them puppets is also the fact that we do not have to worry about garrisons. Almost done with Czech-Tech. I love the name. Some sabotage going on, but nothing too major. Show me Polish manpower again. Went down a bit, but it's still over 500,000. Oh right, I finished the focus and forgot about it. That's not great. Let's check our research. Check. I'm going to do... what should we do? We want infantry advancement, but I want to use this bonus for the best guns to get them quickly, so this can wait a bit. I want export subsidies for the consumer goods, and I want national fascism for the army boost. Let's start with arms exports. Also, could we get some more stability, please? Yes, we could. Yes, do that. And it's only 1938, October. Let's deploy all these guys and use a Polish template. We have to go here. Templates of subjects. Now, see what they have. It's just infantry. It's just mountaineers. Let's just copy Divizia Piechoty. It's not perfect, could be better, but I just want to use their men. Could be pure infantry. I will add support artillery to it. Now, you guys are all going to switch to the Polish infantry division. Let's see. I mean, I could calculate this, but why do that if I can just look at this number and see if we have enough manpower? We don't have enough manpower for all of them, but perhaps the Polish will up their manpower laws. They're only on volunteers. And I did turn them fascists, so they can easily go to extensive conscription. Everybody, exercise. Maybe spread around the borders a bit so it's easier to manage the supplies. Speaking of supplies, this looks bad. Do I still have the supply decision? I do not, which is bad. It randomly disappears when you conquer territory sometimes. I have not built any depots. I should at least get one over here. Let's do it. And we do have 4 research slots now. I suppose I'll do some industry. For now though, export subsidies. I will get military factories, like more military factories eventually, because all those little puppets I made, see? Armament effort. They have those focus trees, each of them, except for Poland, who get a better one. So that's 1, 2, 3 army factories, so military factories, and 4 civilian ones. Construction effort 1, 2, and 3. That's 7 factories per country, with 1, 2, 3, 4 little subjects, which makes a total of 28 factories, plus Poland, who are doing the investments. German Reich claims Memel. We should monitor them closely to see if they're doing Molotov-Ribbentrop. For now, they are not. Oh, they did get the war goal against me, but seems like it just took them a while to get it. So I managed to just rejoin them before they got the war goal, which is great. What if I pulled them into a war with the Soviet Union? Because that would prevent Molotov-Ribbentrop. And I don't actually have to fight the Soviet Union if I don't pull my puppets into the war. I don't care to fight the Allies. It's very tempting. I could then stay in the Axis and not have to worry about Molotov-Ribbentrop. They bypassed Danzig War, so they can do around Maginot, and they will do around Maginot. So in about half a year, they'll be at war with the Allies probably. We got some Polish expeditionary forces. You know what? I'm going to disband 3 of you and replace you with Polish expeditionary forces. Okay, so I planned 2 options now. First one is, we do nothing with the Soviet Union. When Molotov-Ribbentrop comes, comes, we exit the Axis, and if the Germans attack with this war goal, then we fight them, and if they don't, then when the Allies are busy, we just divide Yugoslavia and Romania. Plan B, well no, Plan B suggests that it's secondary. The other option is we attack the Soviet Union now, and pull the Germans with us to do it, and together fight the Soviets, likely killing them. We can definitely do it with German help. The problem with fighting the Soviet Union, of course, is that it's the Soviet Union. It's big, it's strong, it goes on forever. But if, or when we win, that's a big win. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I've made my decision. I'm going to invade the Soviet Union, because we do have the perfect setup, and it will mean we don't actually need to worry about Molotov-Ribbentrop. Justify war goal on the Soviet Union. Of course, this means we will cause a lot of world tension, and stuff like invading Yugoslavia will become more difficult. Let's check logistics. Need more infantry equipment. I will let the Germans fight this for me. Mostly. Then again, if I let the Germans fight this for me, then the collab governments won't take proper hold. And I am not strong enough to fight them myself. Still, I can take the Soviet Union over with Germany, and then turn against Germany. Let's become the spy master, and the collab governments in the Soviet Union. If not for the collaboration, because the Germans have a majority war score, then at least for the faster surrender. Although I'm not sure if the faster surrender works if I am not the majority war score provider. More passive defense, please. Improved infantry equipment, 2. And after it's done, we can do the best guns. We'll get a nice bonus too. Export subsidies done. Let's do national fascism now. 105 days is a lot, but we get a strong bonus from it. And it's time for better guns. Use the company, better guns in production. I am missing some steel, but we can get it from our puppet. Alright, I forgot to decrypt the Soviet Union. That's pretty important. Let's hire Fritz and send him to the Soviets as well. You will actually maintain the network, because there's a smaller chance of discovery then, and this network is good enough as is. Although, actually this is a bit of a mistake, because I need the network somewhere quiet, somewhere far from the fighting, so it doesn't deteriorate later on. So actually, you do keep building it here, and you guys can go all the way to the other side of the country and build it around here for now. 7 days, 6 days, 5 days. It's gonna launch soon. And when it does, I will send you over here. Army regrouping expert, please. Now, do we actually fight the Soviets? I will need to call in either Belarus or Ukraine. I'm thinking Belarus, because then we have 2 degrees of separation. Even if the Soviets were to conquer the entirety of this territory, they will still not be able to get into Ukraine or Poland, because these subjects will not be in the war. I'm going to send 1 army here, just to hold the line, maybe get some experience out of it. Planes are all assigned where they should be. Adolf is doing around Maginot. Right, they attacked Luxembourg, that's fine. This might be a good moment to start justifying in Yugoslavia and Romania. No, Romania actually not, because they still are guaranteed the Germans access. My justification on the Soviets is complete. I'm going to declare war on them, and we're going to call in specifically Belarus, Germany, and Italy, not the other puppets. And immediately we are under attack here, but we should hold. Then again, I might want to send another army. Let's send another army. Germany has been called into the war. Italy has not accepted the call yet. Want to send me Lend-Lease? Sure, I'll accept that. And research advanced machine tools. Not a lot of casualties just yet. Yeah, Germany's attacking these guys. They can handle it. Once France capitulates, I'm hoping they'll help me quite a bit. Lend-Lease from Poland. That would actually increase their independence, so let's say no. Oh, I am actually being pushed back. That's unfortunate. But we're getting some German reinforcements, so it will be alright. And I do have 93% participation. No, Germany, I am not joining a war against the Allies. We've completed national fascism, bypassed this. No need though. Military, technical. Institute, a military theorist, and doctrines. This is fine. We just let them attack for a while. Get exhausted. We lost 17,000 Dana, you lost 74. Brought weapons 3. The Italians sent troops, but they have not joined the war. I'll call them again. See, you can use puppets as border guards. For example, Ukraine has not been called in. The AI will not attack them on their own, so I don't have to cover this border. How are the Polish troops? Still training. Band 1, replace it with the expeditionary force. Germany attacked Denmark before dealing with Benelux. Oh, levels. Excellent. You are a field marshal. I might need the second one later, so let's just boost him. And you can become an infantry expert, which means we can get an infantry specialist finally. Gonna help a bit. What are the casualties? 60,000. That's bad, actually. I expected the Germans to do more, but they did decide to attack the Benelux just about that time. I think it's still fine. They'll deal with France and come back here full force. France is gonna surrender soon. Military Technical Institute done. Now we do infantry advancement, which is going to give us best guns soon. First club government mission complete. You guys build up the network, and then I can do the quiet network thing once it's done. Fall of Paris. France capitulates. Good. We're still guaranteeing Romania. You are. I hope this disappears soon. I'm hoping the Germans will pivot and bring their full force. Looks like they are bringing more troops, yes. I would love some Lend-Lease Germany. Ooh, level. Let's do logistics wizard. Interesting, he can become a regrouping specialist. Do I have a regrouping guy already? I do have a regrouping expert. Alright, and we can get a logistics guy too. Sure, let's do that. We have stopped their attack. They're still attacking and they're still losing a lot. And we still have a lot of war score. Oh, the Polish troops have trained up. Good. First operation was 30%, so we need 2 more. And we've got a 100% network here. Let me try and spread it further before we go to a quiet network. Please send military support. Thank you. The operation launched. I'm going to move you on quiet network. This should maintain this entire network. Excellent. Now it would be a good moment to invade Britain and finish the war with the Allies, but we don't have a navy, which is one of the main reasons why I did not join that one. Let's do equal access guarantee, a small boost, and modify our main template to include entire air. I do have enough. No, I don't. I almost have enough, so it's fine. Also, doctrines. 1, 2. They're still attacking, and I'm still gaining war score from defending here. Let's finally get that engineer research. I should have done that a while ago. We decrypted the Soviet Union. Is it time to push back a little? Might be. Be balanced. Activate the cipher and attack a bit. Go, at least while the cipher is active. Research the advanced computer machine, and I should check casualties before and after. 100,000 dead. Let's see after the push. We are pushing. The Italians and the Germans are helping, so that's also, significant. And my puppets keep sending me troops. I'll use those later. And cipher is out. Stop the push. Let's see how much we lost. We lost 20,000, but we did push quite a lot. Next, focus. Not much good left here. I need to fill up this tree so I can get war college. So I guess mountain troops. Oh, Finland is gonna join the Axis. Probably. Finland rejected the Soviet demands, and is there a war? I still have the majority war score, which is nice. Should be using the Polish troops more. We'll use the field marshal level out, but not send everyone there. Just 3 armies. You need the general. There you go. And I do need to adjust the Polish template because it's not very good. Let's add support artillery, and I can really afford line artillery for them, so this will be it for now. Get in position, help a bit, and thanks to the bonus from the focus, this technology is 2 years ahead of time. I will still do it in 98 days. Best guns, here we come. Also, better artillery maybe. Right now we're being relatively cautious with the Soviet Union until their base defense is broken. But once, we break through, I'm going to push very, very hard so that we maintain majority war score. Fun fact about this, we are absolutely safe here. The Soviets cannot go through Ukraine, they cannot go through Poland, and they would have to navally invade Italy or Germany and get through there, which is very difficult. We do have some political power to spend. What should we do with it? I'd love some more stability. We could do raids for it a little bit, and I can also increase my war support. Let's do war support. 10 war support. Gives me 3 stability. Strikes, goddammit. Yeah, stability was a little bit too low. I guess I'll spend the high amount of political power. How's the cipher? 51 days. Coalition government, preparing. We could also infiltrate their army. That could be beneficial, but I think getting the coalition governments early is more important. Just 1 more. And I have the majority war score, so they will capitulate at 38 or less right now. I just have to maintain that superiority. We'll make another push when the cipher is ready. And I'm considering going higher with my conscription. Boost recon and add engineers. I should be able to afford this. Yes, I do have a lot of support equipment. Mountain troops done. Oh, this boosts the support weapons technology. That could be useful. Ah, the Soviets are invading Germany navally. Here, I really did not expect that. Well, Germany can handle it easily. We even already made Reichskommissariats. Next doctrine, please. Now I capitulated to the Germans, and we get stability. Yes, Germany, I'd like some stuff. Also, the cipher is decrypted, which means we attack again. Activate the cipher on the Soviet Union, and push. Stay unbalanced. Check casualties, 148,000. Soviet Union, million. There will come a point when the Soviet defense will just crumble, and then we can just push and push and push. But that's not this moment yet. And best guns. Here we are. Research Engineer Company 2. And start producing the best guns. With the company, of course. Actually, let's boost the company first. Some piercing and hard attack. Make the variant. There we go. And I need some more steel. Also some more artillery. Actually, I need more everything. Now let's just focus on the infantry guns for now. Can get steel from my beloved Poland. And from Silesia. Is that enough? Yes. Keep an eye on the cipher. I really only want to push while the cipher is active. Just to maintain the pressure and my war score primacy. It's pretty important. If they annex Lithuania, I'll have to redo the front lines a little. Actually, I will send one of the armies. If they do take Lithuania, I will want to move in very quickly. And a new commander, please. Rather than just focusing on the doctrines, I probably should have invested in these first. Yeah, that's an oversight on my part. Once again, I'm still kind of getting back into the groove. We'll do political loyalty, that will boost our stability, and we'll do state serves the military for the same reason. And we got to 70 stability. I should have done that much earlier. And I think flexible organization works well. Yeah, that's an oversight. I should have done that earlier. So we are making some progress, but it's not excellent. Right, stop the attacks. Although, if this is undefended, attack the undefended ones, definitely. Artillery advancement. 1 goes here, 1 goes here, the one left takes everything else. Better artillery, please. And more artillery boosts. Crush the Soviets. Casualty balance is acceptable, although I need more manpower. I'll need to change manpower laws in a moment. Bulgaria joins the Axis. That actually is not going to help me much. Romania is still somehow guaranteed by France, even though France capitulated. So you guys will get a garrison order to occupy this quickly, but it should come from the other side. If Lithuania surrenders to the Soviet Union, then we can just walk in and get this territory for a quick war score. Before the next push, I should really boost my manpower, and perhaps gain control of these territories from Belarus. Oh, garrison support. Oh yes, you want to give me garrison support. Excellent. As requested from Germany, getting territory from Belarus. Oh, you don't want to give it to me. Cheeky little... Oh, these are your cores. That makes sense. So just wait until we move past the cores then. Yay, 20k manpower. Nice. And Romania joins the Axis, which is not great because I want to kill them, but at least there's no more guarantees. I can do that later. Now, we could go against Yugoslavia, but there's a chance they would be guaranteed by the Allies if I attack them now. The boost we got for support weapons doesn't extend to support weapons 4, so I can just use it on the better recon. You guys can garrison these bits too. We are at 60% collaboration in the Soviet Union right now. We're about to be at 90 or possibly 100. We get lucky. Doctrine discoveries. And another spy. Let's get the one with the British options. If I steal the Soviet fleet, I might invade Britain. Romania has joined, extending the front line. Perhaps it is the right time to push with everything. No, probably not yet. Although they are having supply troubles. Severe supply troubles. Now I need more manpower before I push. Also, I think we can add towed anti-air now to the Polish template. Engineers too? No, not engineers. Not anti-air either. Unless we increase production of those. Yeah, I'll just increase production. This is fine. We got better artillery. Perhaps a bit too late. Severs by requirement, please. It's necessary. Hey, they're all having supply troubles. All of them. I think we really are good to go. Be sure you're balanced. All you guys join this attack. Italy attacks Greece. Not my problem. Are all of you ready? There is a bit of supply trouble, but not that much. Okay, I think I can attack now. Get another doctrine first. This one. Recon boost. And go. I wouldn't attack, but they actually have supply trouble almost across the entire front line. And the forces are stretched with also fighting Romania. So go. We're on balance, so no terrible waste should happen. I'm gonna do all these, not because I want to use them specifically, but because they lead to a research slot. Is it going? It is going. Why is it going to Germany though? Hey, why'd you give this to the Germans? God damn it. We're gonna need and claim some territory from Belarus, but only after we're out of their cores. 49%, that's pretty good. Very good progress. Looks like the Soviet defense is broken. Oh, you're preparing another collab government. I don't think I need that. We already have 90%. Yeah, let's cancel this. We could infiltrate the army, though. It could help a little. Or alternatively, I could focus them on Britain. I'll just focus them on Britain. Perhaps I can conquer them fast enough before the United States join the war. We'll have to be pretty lucky for that, but hey, we have been pretty lucky so far. Romania not doing so great. But at least they hold the line, which is nice. 50% is not that much. Germans will try and take some stuff, but we'll still be able to get the majority, and hopefully, it's going to be excellent, and hopefully create a collaboration government there. Maybe don't go reaching towards Romania. I'll actually adjust the front lines. I don't want them to go south too much, and it looks like the Germans and the Italians will hold the line. Lithuania's alive, nothing I expected. United Kingdom attacked Iraq. I shouldn't have done that. It's all looking very promising. And I do have the cipher, so I'm going to activate the Soviet cipher and go aggressive now. Get me all that war score. Right, too many things at the same time. Who's gaining independence? Poland. Well, in that case, I'm going to need to temper that. Here, have some roads. That's going to stop your independence tendencies. Road building. Well, I am using that manpower and getting their steel. And they did change territory. Damn it. Oh, well, I'll just have to change it back down. Now, Romania, why are you getting all this territory? I mean, I guess you might have claims, but hey, it shouldn't be happening. Romania, ask for control of state. Hold on to a little bit, but I've got to keep the crucial ones. Or they are willing to give it all up, almost. Yeah, this is fine. Now, the same on Belarus. Just have to make sure I'm the one who's bordering the Soviet Union. Germany, you want to give me something? You do? Cool, give me that. Anybody else? Not really. Now, it's important to do this while paused, so they all take effect at the same time. Otherwise, they would think that I have too much. Which obviously I don't, because I made this happen. Everybody to the Eastern Front. Crush them. Give me all the territory. Also, lower garrison priority. It's fine if there's rebellions here now. This will not last much longer. We're halfway towards them capitulating, and my participation is 45% only. Thought it would be more. So, as long as I am the highest participant, that's fine. Go. Use up all that manpower. It's all in the green. We're taking some heavy casualties, but those are casualties I am willing to accept. Sevastopol territory is going to me. Reduce Polish independence, please. And I guess I can get the guy That reduces damage to garrisons and increases non-command power. Let's get it. How far from capitulation are you? Once we get Moscow and Stalingrad, that should be it. And we'll do a collab in the UK. And the question is, do we want to try and do a naval invasion on Britain once we're done with the Soviets, with their stolen fleet? Or do we abandon the Axis and fight the Germans alongside the Allies? I'm running out of manpower, I'm running out of equipment, but we're just pushing it because we're about to win. Let's get some military factories done there, because I get the majority of their military factories. And we do need to keep their independence low. Entering Moscow now. Who's the engineers? Capitulating yet? Almost. 95% there. Won't even need Stalingrad, just some small victory points will suffice. We lost 1 million people, which is a pity, but, you know, sacrifice. Hey, there it goes. Now, I need most of this territory. Well, actually, I don't need the Baltic states, I only need Soviet cores. All the Soviet cores will have 90% compliance, so they are especially valuable to me. I am going to fight them all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. Oh yeah, you're giving these to my puppet. Thank you so much. Definitely should have called in Ukraine. They might have given the territory to them. And that's all of the Soviet Union. I'd like to take Mongolia and Tuva as well, but they are a lower priority. Let's not forget Chukchi. I'm letting them get the Baltic states, just so they have somewhere to spend their war score and don't mess with the rest. There's still Mongolia and Tuva that were unclaimed. You know, I wouldn't have any compliance there. I'll just puppet them. Confirm and exit. As you can see, I have annexed the Soviet Union. And we puppeted Mongolia and Tuva. I could give these territories back to Ukraine, who is my puppet. And while for real-world reasons I would like to do that, it would sadly be very inefficient in the game. It is much better to have this under one country. Then again, what do I care? Let's let Ukraine have their stuff. Return territory, but keep cores. Sorry. Will that give this bit back? Because I think this has a Ukraine core. Oh, sadly it would give that back. Unfortunately, I cannot exclude core territory, so sorry Ukraine, you're not getting this. I'm not giving up my core territory. I would give up Soviet core territory, but not mine. Now, sadly, Italy has annexed a bit of Yugoslavia, which means I will have to fight Italy if I want to restore the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We have annexed the Soviet Union, which means I can do this. Create a collaboration government in the Soviet Union, please. This will turn them all into a puppet that gives me most of their factories and also lots of resources. Did I crash the game? It is a big puppet to create. Czechoslovakian Russia. 75% of all their industry and no risk of rebellion. Also, I can get their resources almost for free. Yeah, that's a lot of factories, isn't it? 320. I have to readjust the production, but that happens after I have my tea. I think we will need to betray the Germans. Now, technically I don't need to reform Austria-Hungary, but extra core territory. We do own the most territory in the world, and our industry is nothing to scoff at. Still, it could be better. Now let's have a look at Russia. 2 million manpower, yeah, definitely using their manpower from now on. We do have some time to reorganize our industry, build armaments, and so on. 40 factories on support equipment, 30 on artillery, 20 on anti-air, and the rest can go to guns. We will need resources, but fortunately, Russia has all the resources we need and will get them for almost free. I don't think I will be fighting the UK. I did make a collaboration government, but I actually expected the Russians to have a fleet I could steal, but without a fleet, and there's not enough time to build one, without a fleet I cannot land in the UK. Theoretically, we could have kept this territory and built dockyards here, and then built a fleet. The problem with that is, it will take time. Soon the United States will join. So I think we betray Adolf, side with the Allies, and take what we want from Germany. After, we'll reorganize our army. I think I'll declare war on Romania. Then Japan will not get involved. And we should go to 2 full army groups, I think. This will do. Improve worker conditions, please. I'm building factories here, but actually I shouldn't be doing that. Because it's going to be a while until I can core this, and until I core this, I'm not getting the full amount from it. Now that I have a collaboration government, specifically Russia, I should build stuff there, because I get 75% of it. Someone's justifying on me. Germany, really? What are you doing? Expand claims in Baltic. Oh, against my subject. Doesn't matter while we're still in the same faction. I can leave, but it's not time for that yet. Now we'll spend maybe a year refining the perfect army to crush the Axis. Let's go into Russian templates. Infantry in 1939B. They do have 2 million manpower, so I have a lot to work with. Support anti-air engineer company, that's good. And support artillery, recon. 2-line artillery is very good damage-wise. So we'll keep that, and we'll have 1 support slot empty. I might want to add something else here later. Yeah, this is pretty good. 2 artilleries, 2-line artilleries is fine. Congratulations, you're getting your own command, Field Marshal. We'll need some more commanders. Although I will actually wait, because doing the next focus, specifically War College, will make my new commanders better. Time to start building stuff in Russia. Now, military factories. This will do. We'll get 75% of those. How much manpower does Russia have left? Oh, still almost 2 million. I'm just going to not send my own troops. We'll switch everyone to the Russian template. Japan takes the Philippines, which means the Germans will soon have to fight in the United States. War College, that's going to give me reset slot number 5, because that still stays independent, which is slightly surprising. I shall revoke my guarantee. You just joined Axis, right this moment. That's fine, actually. I do plan to fight the Axis. That's going to be fine. I will have to fight them on all sides, but 2 full army groups well equipped and trained up will make that completely feasible. Keep researching anti-air. Let's check the logistics. I need more artillery, way more artillery, some support equipment and some anti-air. Okay, let's get more factories on anti-air and artillery. Build up the land doctrine. Let's do special forces so I can replace my regular recon with rangers, which are slightly better. Lord of Ribbentrop. Ha! Okay, this is pretty silly because Russia belongs to me, and actually giving this to Russia might not be a bad idea for me because I do have them as coalition government. On the other hand, it would not be their core territory, so I'll just not honor it, and that's going to anger Russia. Well, tough shit. They belong to me. It's time to start preparing an attack against the Germans. Now, we can conveniently use our puppets as borders that will not get involved in the fighting. Directly attack the Germans from here. The other group will focus on Romania and Yugoslavia. And Italy. And the third one will just be reserves. I am actually running out of tungsten. Right, Brits, sell me some. I think it's time. It's already 1942 July. There's no use delaying this. We're going after the Germans, leave faction. Oh, but they do have a war against Poland. Well, if they do use it, I do have an army in reserve. We have left the Axis and sent the 2 spies we do have to Germany. So I'll do a collab government. Who knows? Being called back into the Axis? No thank you. Oh, and they did attack me. Okay, good to know. I have declared war on Poland specifically, which means I and Poland are in the war, not the rest of my puppets. Which means all of these bosses here are safe. Well, good. We're the defender. That's better for morale and everything. And this army is, fortunately, quite ready to help. So, half of you go here, and the other focus on the Königsberg area. Perhaps I can even send some to Vilna if I move faster. Good thing we had an army in reserve, isn't it? And who is called into the war? Just Germany for now. Oh, and I should decrypt them. They don't have troops on my border. They attacked without properly securing it. We'll just kill them faster. German Reich has called Italy as our enemy. That is fine. We were ready for it. Okay, this is actually pretty hilarious because I exited the faction. They had a war going on Poland, so they got mad and just attacked. I could join the Allies. Will that interfere with Austria-Hungary? It should not. No. Will it interfere with getting lots of stuff? Also no, because I will defeat Germany before any collaboration governments or anything can get properly integrated. So I suppose, yeah, I will join the Allies. As you can see, this is quite effective. Now I don't need your ball bearings. My war score will actually be pretty low because they've been fighting the Axis for a long time and I just switched sides like an Italian. However, we will still get a lot of stuff. And Yugoslavia, are you in the war even? Why is this not being attacked? If Yugoslavia is in the war, why can't I attack them? No, I don't think they have been called in. And I joined the Allies so I can't justify them. God damn it. Come on, Yugoslavia, join in. Otherwise I'll have to fight you again afterwards. As you can see, the Germans were not ready for us. I do love me an army with lots and lots of artillery. Just boom! Soft attack. Sadly, I did not think this through properly. I should not have joined the Allies. Because now I cannot get Yugoslavia unless they join the war. Ah, they did join the war. Excellent. I am unaggressive, but it's not really a problem, maybe with the exception of Italy, so this army can switch to balanced. Shouldn't Germany be capitulating by now? Took almost all of their victory points. There is some good defense in Yugoslavia, but once Germany is taken care of, that will crumble. Romania is also putting up more of a fight than I expected. It's very satisfying if you build up a good enough army, because I'm not doing any fancy tank builds or anything. I just stacked tons and tons of artillery on them. Until the enemy is dead. Liberation of Paris. We occupy all of Germany. Well, there's still the Netherlands to liberate. Let's do that quick, please. Right, Germany's capitulated, that's fine. Italy will fall in time. I would like to have Yugoslavia and Romania taken before Italy. So once we free up the Netherlands and Belgium, I will move this entire army group to conquer Yugoslavia. Poland increasing independence. That's okay. And that frees up the Benelux. Here, have an army group with a shit ton of artillery, an actual unit of measurement. We are not getting a lot of compliance from the Germans, but they are giving us some industry. And we are on the defense. We did not attack Germany, so Japan has no business messing with us. Now, one thing remains to be checked. Can I actually take over the Allies? We would need an effective 8 billion manpower deployed, and that's a bit much. But we almost have the factories. It's not important. What is important is that we can almost core everything here. Mussolini is deposed. I would very much like to get Yugoslavia's territory and click this decision before the war ends. Oh, I know what I can do. Something I forgot I had. Romania and Yugoslavia ciphers. Since Mussolini is deposed and I took the Muslim land from Italy, once there's a civil war, they should become my subject. It's not a certainty, but it should happen. Are you my subject? Yeah, they're mine. And Italy capitulates. Is there another major country? Bulgaria became a major. That's actually fine. Gives me more time to deal with Yugoslavia. And as you can see, it's almost over. We can now click the button. Boom. We're now the Austrian color, Austro-Hungarian Empire. Now, the effective change is that we got cores over in Austria, Hungary, Romania and Yugoslavia. Restoration of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Kick from faction, can you do that now? Well, you don't like imperialists other than yourself, do you? That's fine, we don't need you. We're stronger. What is my participation? 60%. Romania capitulates, and also I did get ownership of Italy. Yugoslavia, just Bulgaria left. Okay, I am not technically the owner of these territories at the moment, but they are my core territories. We will start with those. Okay, these are all the cores of mine that we absolutely need to take. Next up, let's take our subject, our new subject, Italy, and feed them Italian stuff. We don't really care about things in Africa. We are a European power. Now, how about some puppets? Should start with satellites, yeah. Do a real vassal swarm. Oh, I could puppet the Reichskommissariats here, because they do exist still, and they do have tons of factories. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Britain, you're not getting anything. I did all the work, and you kicked me out of the faction. So out of spite, I'm not going to give you things. We're going to break up Germany, balkanize. We'll make Prussia, but not a big Prussia. A subject Prussia is not necessarily a great idea, as Poland has learned. It's unfortunate, they did get a lot. No, actually they didn't get a lot, they barely got anything. They got a few bits. With 68 war score, I managed to not get everything. But I got most of Germany, Italy, and the Balkans. Yay! Submit demands. Confirm an exit. There it goes. We have Balkanized Germany. It shall not be a problem anymore. We created Austro-Hungarian Italy. We've Balkanized the Balkans more, but all the core territory is ours. We are up to 3 million manpower and 686 factories. That's pretty good. It might look ugly, but essentially, with a very small exception here and here, everything is ours. Even got a little bit of Belgium and the Netherlands. Let's pause for a moment, let the factories reorganize themselves and all that. And there we go, this is looking good. We have almost 700 factories, over 3 million manpower, and of course, nice little puppets. I am going to end it here, unless can I create a faction? I still have collaboration in the UK. We could go after them, but not without a navy, and we do not have a navy. So what would I do next? Well, I would actually be happy with being the most powerful country in the world, because our empire has the most factories of any countries, I'm pretty sure. Our military might dwarfs them as well. So we have consolidated half of Europe and half of Asia under our rule. I'm happy to just end it here. But if I wanted to go further, to do a world conquest or whatever, then I would go against Japan. Why? Because that would put me on the same side as the Allies yet again, and I would likely be able to re-enter the Allies, even if the Brits kicked me already. Would I be able to take over the Allies? I doubt that, because it told me I needed 8 million manpower in the field. While we probably could manage that if we fiddled with stuff around a bit, it's not really that feasible. But what we could do is do a variation of all the 66 that involves naval attacks, while we have access to Allied ports, and thus be able to land forces in America. Alternatively, we could prepare war goals on something like Guatemala before joining the Allies, then join the Allies having the war goal, still declare the war, get a foothold in America, because the real problem is crossing the Channel and crossing the Atlantic. That's the only two real reasons to not, easily beat up the Allies. Once we get a foothold in Guatemala, and, well, we could just go from there. I could build up dockyards everywhere and build lots of ships, but that would take a very long time. It's better to be a bit sneaky about it. But before that, I would probably invade Spain. They don't have a big fleet or anything like that, but they are fascists, so nobody would defend them. I would still need some ships to land there. But I do have Italy on my side, and Italy has a small but significant enough amount of ships. We could also just attack any country that is either communist or fascist in the world, like Venezuela, for example. We'll still need a small navy for that. But once we take them out, it would also give us a better foothold to attack other countries. If we did help in defeating Japan, we could acquire a large chunk of their fleet in peace deal, and that would also be helpful. Wait, was I unable to get a fleet because before the end of this war I didn't actually own a port directly? That might have been an oversight on my part. Perhaps I could have received a fleet. Yeah, that's a bit of an oversight. Well, regardless, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Let me know in the comments what I did wrong, because I'm sure I did something wrong. And what would you like to see next? Another just relaxed playthrough like this one? Or perhaps some sort of an essay on why a good enough infantry division with supports and all that is just as viable as a perfect tank encirclement. Because yes, I know you can do wonderful things with a well-prepared tank division. You just don't like doing it. Alright, I was supposed to return this core territory to my subjects, but it doesn't really matter anymore, because we're ending it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. I'm still getting back into, the spin of things, the editing grind and all that, but I am firmly doing stuff again. I should stop talking now. Have a nice day. Bye.